footage used in any of the Slasher Scotty videos, including the body count, the rankings, and the top 10 videos, are entirely owned by the copyright holders. Slasher Scotty makes no claim of ownership and simply uses the footage for purposes of education, commentary, and criticism under the Fair Use Act.
Welcome, everyone, to the third episode of the SSN, otherwise known as Slasher Scotty News. Here at the SSN for this episode, we are going to be discussing, well, it is going to be all of the stuff that happened in the month of April. Thing is, I am filming this about a week or so before the end of the month because I'm not going to be in the area at the end of the month, so I might be missing a couple of things at the end of April that might be happening. Plus, I said I'm going to be uploading these the last weekend of April, and this is the last weekend of April, even though April doesn't end until next Friday. So so obviously this is uploaded the last Saturday of April. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go into some horror news, right, for the month of April. But before I go into that, let me just say, slash the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button, whatever you want to do. Just subscribe to me, show me some love, and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to hit the bell notification icon. You'll get updated and notified every single time there is a video uploaded, whether it's another episode of the SSN or a body count, rankings, top 10, or any other video I decide to upload. Just make sure to hit that button because you'll get notified immediately once it is, uploaded. Like this video if you like what you saw, and leave a comment if I left a news item that you find interesting that I left off. I am not commenting or mentioning every single thing that happened in horror for the entire month. Why? Because I want you guys, my subscribers, my followers, to simply comment. Has started an interaction, a conversation with me. I know you want to do it, and I know I want to do it. So I would love to comment with you guys. I would love to start a conversation, a little interaction. So how do we do that? By not mentioning every single bit of comment, of stuff that happened, and, have you guys going on a little bit with me so we can discuss it together. But let's talk about what I got going on for this first section. So before I go into the first section of this episode of the SSN, I will leave you with this bit of animation, and then I'll see you back here with the next and the first section of the SSN. See you soon. So thank you guys for joining me. This first section is on the television shows that, things that are related to horror television or, just anything television based, mostly horror, of course. The first thing I got to get into is the passing of Felix Silla. Felix obviously played Cousin It in The Addams Family. He passed away at the age of 84 due to cancer on Friday, April 16th, 2021. I couldn't do this episode of the SSN without acknowledging the passing of Felix. So, Felix, thank you for all you have done. Thank you for your, for being a part of the Addams Family and the horror industry. You will be truly missed by your friends, your family, and your fans. We thank you for being, obviously Cousin It, and we thank you for the memories. So, R.I.P., rest peace, rest easy, Felix. There's no words. He's an absolute legend. So R.I.P., rest in peace, and, see you on the other side, Felix. So the next thing we got going on here is, some airings. AMC will be airing next Friday, April 30th. It'll be airing Halloween from 1978 and Halloween 2 right after that, 1981. And they will be playing on the TV station AMC starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Check your local listings to see where and when it'll be airing for you in your time zone, on what station and channel it'll be airing for you. Just check your local listings. It'll be airing Halloween 1 and 2, 1978 and 1981 on AMC. And like I said, that'll be on April 30th, 2021. That'll be next Friday. And it'll be from, it'll be airing that starting at 7 p.m., but that's Eastern time zone. So make sure you check your local listings, like I said, to see what time zone it is for you and also what channel AMC comes on for you, because it'll be different for you than it is for me. Next, the last part that I got going here for the television portion of the SSN, we touched on it last episode of the SSN. Now we're going to continue with it this episode of the SSN. The WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment, had its spectacular, its spectacle, its biggest event of the year this month, WrestleMania, and it was WrestleMania 37. And obviously, we mentioned last month at the SSN, we mentioned about The Fiend making his return and how Tom Savini and his team made up The Fiend's new mask. Well, let's put it this way. The Fiend was facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania 37, and Tom Savini and his team, they returned, and his team did the makeup effects of Alexa Bliss's cool makeup effect, which was the black goo dripping from her face with the crown of thorns placed upon her head. So that's really exciting. So Tom Savini, yes, it's horror-based, sports entertainment, sports, whatever, but also horror-based because Tom Savini, best known for his SFX work in Friday the 13th from 1980, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, and of course The Burning, and among other things. So him and his team lended their hand to this. You can see the picture up there on what Alexa Bliss looked like at WrestleMania 37 of what Tom Savini and his team did. That's really exciting news. So that's it I got for you here for the television portion. We are not done with the SSN yet. How about you take a look at this next clip to introduce you to the next segment here at the SSN. See you soon. This next section of the SSN is all about films, and it's the last section of the SSN, but we got a lot to talk about regarding films. So the first thing I want to talk about is Reunion from Hell. We talked about that in the inaugural episode of the SSN, where we talked about Reunion from Hell. I showed you the trailer and all that stuff. So I just want to let everyone know that Reunion from Hell does have some updated news this month. They have just got Bayview Entertainment got all of the distribution rights from Reunion from Hell. So the details on the film's release, obviously, and where it can be seen, will be obviously to follow in future installments of the SSN. But I thought it was worth mentioning that Bayview Entertainment has gotten all the distribution rights from Reunion from Hell. I interviewed the director and star of the movie, Hayden Newman, very good friend of mine. So definitely check out Reunion from Hell. I believe tickets might still be available for the Reunion from Hell premiere, which is going to be in, I believe, Nashville, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure to get your tickets. If they're still on sale, make sure to get your tickets, obviously, and go to see that once-in-a-lifetime event. You get to meet Hayden Newman, the cast and crew, including Kathy Podwell. So definitely go and see that. The next thing on my list here is A Ghost Waits, which is a supernatural romantic comedy that is said to be kind of like Beetlejuice meeting Ghost, which is pretty interesting, actually. It is beautifully shot in gorgeous black and white. This indie film tells the story of a handyman, a haunted house, and the ghost he falls in love with. The synopsis, which I got to look at my paper because I obviously don't have synopsises or whatever memorized, but the synopsis states that it is tasked with renovating a neglected rental home. Handyman Jack quickly finds out why the tenants keep leaving in droves. This house is haunted. The ghost in question is Merle, who is employed from beyond the veil to keep the home vacant. So sounds pretty interesting. So how about you take a look at the trailer for A Ghost Waits, and I'll see you back here to conclude out this part of of the film and go into the next one, okay?
Hey, Neil.
Jack, we haven't been able to keep anyone in that house.
Okay.
So while you're waiting for the movers, can you just check it out and see if you can figure out why everyone breaks their lease and leaves it?
Sure.
So I have taken everything that I think I know.
Oh, this is so much stuff.
And I have put them in a box for something to show.
Why did they leave everything? What made them go? Hello? Have you ever seen anything that you can't explain? I think I know why people keep leaving your house.
Why are you here?
To fix the house?
This house is not broken.
Okay.
The years go by.
So you're a ghost.
This one is not afraid.
Have you forgotten how to structure a haunting?
The years.
So they sent you here, and your job is to scare people off. I have a lot of questions. How does one become a ghost? Can you walk through walls? You want a beer? Can ghosts have beer?
The years keep on turning away.
What do you all get from scaring people out of their homes?
It's what we do.
Really do not like this.
I thought that this house was destined for me. They said that it called for me, that it had been waiting all of these years for me to make it complete.
I know how hard it is to be alone.
It might not make sense to you, but it is my purpose. It is a gift to feel so lucky to have something, and to know that it is lucky to have you.
How the days keep turning.
Oh, wow. That looks actually pretty interesting. I cannot wait to see this film as well. Obviously, I'm a horror buff, and I think this movie is a mix of horror, obviously, with romance, with comedy. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's got supernatural elements. I don't cover everything all horror-based on here. As you'll see in upcoming rankings videos, I will be diving into some non-horror related rankings. But beside the point, this is actually not really horror-based, but it is to an extent. So thought it was interesting to put on. It seemed really interesting, so enjoy that, right? So the next thing we got going on is Dark Web. Oh, and before we go into that, I want to mention also Ghost Waits. It's going to be headlined by McLeod Andrews, who is the star of The Siren, as well as Natalie Walker. And this will be releasing on Blu-ray and TVOD on May 4th, 2021. So the next one is Dark Web Descent into Hell. And the synopsis of this is the dark web is the large part of the internet that is inaccessible to conventional search engines. Experts estimate that search engines crawl and index less than 1% of all the content that can be accessed over the internet. A young YouTuber, Ludovico122, will try to reach the 8th level of the dark web, penetrating the deepest and unknown parts of the internet while he films the experience for his audience. But he is not prepared for a horrible surprise that will change his life. Wow! Woo! So I'm going to show you the trailer before we go into some more details about this, but definitely look at this trailer. It's going to be, I mean, sounds insane and intense when you read it. Imagine what it's going to be like when you see it. So take a look at the trailer. See you back here right after the trailer wraps.
Hello friends, this is Ludovico122, and this week I will tell you everything you need to know about the deep web.
And remember, remember, the deeper you go, the more you need to be aware not to download anything that you're not 100% positive it's not true.
Wow. Oh my God. That is insane. Whoo! That is freaking awesome. I cannot wait to see that. Whoo! I mean, oh my God, I felt the, hair standing up on the back of my neck for that one. So, let's speak a little bit about Dark Web Descent into Hell, okay? So, first off, the film is going to star, and I apologize deeply to any of the actors and actresses that I don't pronounce the name right, because some of these names are hard to pronounce. But it will be starring Lucas Sarquiz, Jamina Frontera, Clara Kovikic, I guess, Chuacho Fernandez, James Wright, Laura Gaffuri, Nadia Ozan, German Baudino, and Pablo Villela. I think that's how you pronounce them. I hope so. I apologize if I butchered any of their names. And filming and the release dates are currently unknown as of this moment. But once there is information about their about anything that it the release dates or anything like that, I will make sure to let you all know, whether it's on the Facebook fan page of mine, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or any of that, or even if I decide to record it in another episode of the SSN. So just stay tuned, because I will definitely let you know one way or another. So the next one we got is the Poltergeist Diaries. Synopsis: after moving to an isolated cabin, Jacob Taylor vanishes without a trace. With the help of the footage that he leaves behind, his family members, friends, and a detective try to find answers to the strange events that are centered around him. So that sounds pretty interesting. It has the main actor being somebody I deeply adore and love, and I can't wait to tell you who it is. I will tell you it right after I show you the trailer for the Poltergeist Diaries.
This is 911. What is your emergency?
I need help. My brother disappeared. His name is Jacob Taylor. Please help us.
Can you tell me exactly what happened? Sir, are you there? Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on.
Sir, can you hear me?
So that is pretty cool, actually. I'm so excited for this one. And here is a big reason why I'm excited for it. It is starring Eric Roberts. I love Eric Roberts. He stars in the Lifetime series, like a suspense Lifetime series called Stalked by My Doctor. He also was in a ton of other things, Revelation Road, and some other big movies. He's also the father of Emma Roberts, who obviously was Addie Singer in Unfabulous, the Teen Nick show, but she also was in Scream 4. She was in Scream Queens. And she was in, she's also part of American Horror Story. So obviously everybody knows Emma Roberts. That's her father. And he's also the brother of Julia Roberts. You have to know Julia Roberts, My Best Friend's Wedding, Pretty Woman, This will be coming soon. No date released yet, but coming soon to DVD and video on demand. So make sure to stay tuned. I will keep you all updated once this comes to DVD and video on demand. And the last one I got on my list for not just the segment, but the episode of of the SSN is 72. So I'm going to be a little biased here, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But 72 is an indie film and it currently has got a crowdfunding campaign going on. So check that out on the Gravestone Films fan page to get the link to get the link to the Indiegogo link. Okay, so you definitely want to see that. Yeah, 72 is a movie by my company, Gravestone Films. It's going to be directed and written by Carl Miller. So that's going to be exciting. He's our chief operating officer, obviously, of Gravestone Films as well. So here's the synopsis of it. A highly fatal and contagious virus that hits within 72 hours of exposure begins to spread fast across the globe. The government has issued a mandatory 3-day stay-at-home quarantine in hopes of slowing the spread. For Rich, Jill, and some of their friends, that's not an option. They set off deep into the human-free woods where they hope to remain safe. Unbeknownst to the gang, one of their own is already infected and it quickly spreads throughout the group one by one. The group is faced with unexpected challenges as they struggle to fight for survival against the infection and each other. So that is the synopsis of the movie. Casting is obviously it hasn't wrapped since this filming has gone. We have some ideas of who we would like part of the movie. So I won't be able to mention who the casting will be, but I will be covering 72 in a future episode of SSN guaranteed once filming wraps, and I will be mentioning the cast and crew there and all that stuff. But let me show you we don't have a trailer yet because obviously we didn't even start filming yet, but we do have a teaser video that we made that is going to be slowly or closely based on the film. So take a look at this teaser trailer, and I'll see you back here for some more information about 72 and then a wrap up on the show. Okay, see you soon. All right, so 72. That's an intense teaser. I'm so excited about this movie. I'm so excited to start filming it. So the obviously casting is wrapping up on a Friday, so that the 23rd. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to be fully casted probably by within the next week or two. So keep updated on that. Indiegogo obviously is live, so definitely donate to that. We have some amazing perks. So I will be mentioning obviously 72 in a future SSN guaranteed when we have a trailer and all that as well. So definitely stay updated on that, and I will mention the cast and crew as well for that. And filming will start sometime in July. No dates announced yet. Just all we know is it's going to start filming in July. Obviously, me and Carl will be on set. Amanda should be on set, and obviously our cast and crew will be on set. So keep updated. Stay tuned because that is going to be so much fun to film. And I'm going to tell you now, straight up, it is a horror movie. It is a suspense movie. It is a drama movie, and it is 100% a mindfuck movie. That's right. It is a mindfuck. So definitely stay tuned for that. Okay, but. You know what that means? See this paper? My notes? Woo! We finished the SSN for this month! Woo! Yeah, we finished the SSN for this month. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you back here at the end of next month so we can discover the horror happenings of the month of May. I am your host, Slasher Scotty. Be good people.